Dyvi product is a tool to produce content remotely. So it allows to produce content locally, distributed, and remotely. By remotely, we mean that you don't have to send out a complete production facility anymore to the stadiums or the events hall where actions take place. You just can send out the cameras, and all the switching, all the controls are being done remotely in TV station, which can be at thousands of kilometers away from where the action takes place. The easiest would be to compare it with a traditional switcher. And in traditional switcher, you have dedicated hardware for dedicated things. You have FPGAs to do chroma keys. You have them to do wipes. You have them to do whatever specific function that you have in a real switcher. We do it differently. We have a server in which we put software. Now, when you say server, then we say immediately that it can be scalable, that it can be put remote and so on, because we don't have a dedicated frame anymore that limits you to that amount of frames, that amount of inputs, that amount of outputs, and so on. You can just stack as many frames as you want and add up as much functionality as we want in it, compared to traditional products. So here there are no limits at all, as well in functionality as in distance from the control panel of the product. So this is the first time that a fully scalable product is being brought to the market. It's a new concept, and quite often customers are afraid from everything what's new. I'm not only talking about customers, but also about for the users, because to them it's totally new. So far, for instance, when we talk about the football match, they had the match, they were close to the stadium, they could hear the sound, they could hear everything, they could see it. But now they may be at 1,000 kilometers away from where the action is. So it's a little bit of new thinking for them on how they will do it. What we're showing here is a remote connection with a studio in Los Angeles, which is at 400 to 500 kilometers away from the booth here. So we will be switching on our booth over here the action that takes place in Los Angeles. So that's already something that has never been seen before. We're now doing the final tests. We're still achieving some final softwares. So the plan is to start deliveries by this summer.